All right, welcome back. JV action warm-ups getting underway. It'll be the Kansas City Knights JV1 against Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. Knights coming in sitting in first place, 14-2. Took a loss last weekend down in St. Joe to the Midmo Tigers, which are sitting in third place. And their other loss came to these Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs back in week 1 down in Springdale, Arkansas. I believe they lost 2-1 or 3-1, something like that. Came back with a 3-0 victory in the rematch on Sunday before we headed back home. So that's the only loss showing right now for Northwest. They are only showing 10 games played, so we're showing 16. So it looks like there might be quite a few games that have not been registered for the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. Knights are showing 11 points ahead, so if they're missing 6 games and won them all, they could get 12 points, so they could be leading the Knights, but based on the standings right now, it's the Knights in first place. Just over a minute left in warm-ups. Russo and Dinsmore will be the 2 goaltender options. Langston will be the goaltender for the Ice Hogs. Was not available for the Ice Hogs back in, was it November when we traveled down to Springdale. As he was off with an injury. To one of his hands. I talked to the dad when we were down there. I think it was a knuckle or something, boxer's fracture. Nothing game related. He wasn't throwing haymakers or anything, so. Been there, done that. Had one in my younger days. Figured he'd be out about 4 weeks. Talked to the dad, and he says, yep, that's about how long they said he'd be out. Hinkle will back him up, the varsity goaltender. See if it'll be Russo or Dinsmore. Russo is backing up Trent Smith in the varsity action. Looks like it'll be Russo getting the nod here for the Knights. Knights will come out with Morrison and Graham on the defense. How you doing, Bobby? Busher, Smith, and Larson will be on the forward line. Ice Hogs will counter with Leonard, Norwald. That's Sullivan and Nelson. Nelson seems to be fine. Took a big hit there late in the game in the varsity action. Face-off one, that'll be Larson. Down he goes off the stick of Norwald, no tripping penalty. Santiago, and now we're gonna get an offsides. Thought Santiago carried it into the Ice Hog zone, but refs thought otherwise. So Fortner is to the left, Smith to the right, Larson in the middle. Battles Norwald. Stolen by Fortner. Smith and Leonard slam into each other. Fortner sends one back behind the net. This will be Sullivan. Had himself a game in the varsity action, a couple goals for the Ice Hogs. Trickles out to Graham, gets his stick tied up, poked away by Leonard. Now it'll be Morrison slapping it off the half wall, right to Larson. Right to the top slot, backhands it, tries to leave it for Morrison. Nice job by Morrison, he keeps it in the zone. Now kicked out, this will be Keener, races up the right-hand side. Takes a shot, Russo with a save, doesn't cover it up. Morrison kicks it around the back of the net. Now it's Keener, blocked up front, this will be Wiebe. Slapped out to neutral ice. Larson chips it up the half wall. Continues to battle for it. Now it'll be Busher. Busher takes a shot right off the glove of Northwest Arkansas's goalie. Leonard. Quick shot tipped. That's saved by Russo. Comes over near corner. This will be Clark up high, pressured, stolen by Wiebe. Loses it back to Clark. Stolen by Wiebe again. Oh, shot to the chin there off of Keener. Wiebe's a tough cookie, I'll tell you what. She's taken her shots over the last couple years like a Timex. Keeps on a ticking. Now it'll be Sloan. Tries a cross ice over towards Busher. Nice shot there by Brookfield. Puck comes down into the northwest zone. Kicked out by Keener. Back behind McClin. McClin will chip it off the half wall towards Brookfield. Chipped out into neutral just past Busher. Now grabbed by McClin. Cross ice pass towards Brookfield. Chipped up in the air. Now sent down into the corner. This will be McClin. Back behind Russo. Chipped around the half wall. Back over into the near corner. Grabbed by Busher. Chipped up the wall. Tries to chip it ahead to Brookfield. Tied up. This will be Lynn. Grabbed by Northwest, back behind Russo, tries to center it, poked away by Brookfield. Kept in the zone by Chakonov. Lynn will send it across ice. McClin will race after it. Grabs this one, comes around the backside of Russo. Chipped ahead towards Diaz. Comes right back to McClin, gains the red line, dumps it back behind Leonard, or Langston. Now loose puck slapped off the half wall. Lynn and Leonard will chase after it. Brush will get there first, and we're going to get elbowing on the Knights.
This game is brought to you by Par Electric. Par puts people first.
Smith will head off to the sin bin, elbowing, face off in the Knight zone. Power play to the Ice Hogs. 9:13 remaining in the first. Brush and Graham in on the defense. Larson and Fortner on the forward line. Try to kill off this power play. Cleared by Graham. Out into the Ice Hog zone. Fortner will give chase. They'll put on the brakes back behind Langston. Now it'll be Keener up the left-hand side. To the slot. Brush will send him wide. Centered back up front. Tipped off of Lynn. Now Santiago will chase after it. Cross ice D to D pass. Shot way wide of the net. Wrapped around the half wall. Larson can't get there. Keener loses it. Larson grabs it. Now it's a foot race. Larson, Keener, save. Langston, and we're going to get a penalty. And we're going to get a penalty shot. You don't see many of these. We saw one not too long ago, but I think this is only the second one I've seen all season. Not a bad penalty by Keener, and I'd be saying the same thing if it was going the other way. Larson had that breakaway. Keener gave him a trip. And Larson will get a penalty shot. This is an exciting part of hockey. One-on-one. Larson and Langston. And they'll tell Russo to get out of net. Charlie Larson grabs it at the red line. He'll skate in slow to the blue line. Right up through the crease, takes a shot and missed on it. Slid off the end of his stick and goes wide. So face-off will be down in the northwest zone. 8:30 remaining in the first, no score. Ice Hogs are on the power play. Richter and Brookfield will check in. Morrison and McClin on the defense. Face-off one down in the corner. Clark slaps it off the half wall, near side towards Santiago. Santiago will chip it out to neutral, goes past McClin off into the far corner. McClin will send it around the half wall. Santiago will hold it. Checked by Brookfield. Morrison's in there battling for the puck. Keener comes away with it. Takes a shot. Off of Russo, up into the netting, blown dead, face off in the night zone. 49 seconds remaining on the Ice Hogs power play. Fast Freddie Richter and Keener will face this one off. Tied up, grabbed by Brookfield, can't get it cleared. Clark will hold it to Keener. Cross ice. Takes a shot. Russo with a save. Goes off to the far corner, grabbed by Clark. Brought up high. Sent over near side Keener. Shot blocked by Morrison. Sent back up front, blocked away by Russo. Nice play by Morrison, chipped out by Brookfield, down into the Ice Hog zone. Santiago will chase after it. Grabbed in the corner, back behind Langston. Keener once again looking for Lynn over here near side. And that's going to be a penalty on Busher as the power play ends for the Ice Hogs, and they're going to go back to another one. We're going to get roughing on Busher, I believe is going to be the call. Yes, roughing it is. 7:07 remaining the first. Ice Hogs go back on the power play. Knights will bring out Smith and Larson, Goins and Brush. Larson and Norwald will take the face-off here in the Knights zone. One up to Kornick, but whiffs on the shot. Langston plays it. Larson will skate down. Skates right by it in the corner. Now cross-ice pass comes out to Brush and neutral ice. Dumps it back behind Langston. Sent up the boards. Nice forecheck there by Smith. Comes to Brush. He'll take a shot. Langston with the save. 6:40 remaining in the first. 1:33 remaining on the Northwest Arkansas power play. Face-off tied up there at the face-off circle. Trickles out to Larson. dumps it back behind Langston. Smith will come after it up against the half wall, comes away with it. Down he goes, Brush will hold it. Loose in the crease, now it comes over near side. Smith backhands it down low into the corner. Sullivan comes away with it. Kicked up the boards, now into the neutral zone. Goins to Larson. Larson far corner, brings it up high. Brush can't hold it. Lynn almost got that one, but loose puck grabbed by Brush, back checked by Santiago, comes right to Larson. Larson will lose it down low, chips it around the backside of Langston, past Clark, regains control of it, is Smith, sends one through the crease. Far side Brush and Lynn. Keener comes away with it, 2-on-1. Gets it to Santiago, saved by Russo! Cleared by Smith. Kornick over to Santiago near side. Leaves it for Keener, shot. Glove saved by Russo, they'll blow it dead. 5:13 remaining in the first, 6 seconds remaining on the Northwest Arkansas power play.
This game brought to you by CK Print and Design, your one-stop print shop.
Graham can't get it cleared, dumped in the corner. Knights are back to full strength. In comes Busher. Sloan and Wiebe are in there, along with McClin and Graham on the defense. Santiago centers it up front. Shot, save Russo off the stick of Clark. Sloan gets it cleared out to neutral, right to the feet of Wiebe, sends it into the Ice Hog zone. Continues to back check. Now loose in the neutral zone. Sent into the Ice Hog zone by McClin, right back out by the Ice Hogs. Busher will send it around the backside of Langston, goes over far side. Over skated by the Ice Hogs. Wiebe comes away with it. Shot deflected, comes to McClin. Shot, shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 8, Tevis McClin. From number 42, Kellen Wiebe. And with 4:14 remaining in the first, Knights strike first, 1-0. Diaz, Richter, Brookfield, Graham, and McClin. Kicked ahead by Richter to Diaz, down into the Ice Hog zone, down low into the corner. Big check on Diaz. He drops to one knee, pops right back up. Richter sends it back around near corner. Now bodies flying everywhere. Here comes Norwald. Crossed ice to another Norwald. A lot of brothers here at Northwest Arkansas. Norwald's Keener. Oh, nice glove save there by Russo as that puck tried to fly through the center of the crease. Larson, Smith, and Fortner. Morrison and Goins. Oh, Fortner just overskated that. Smith will come over and grab it, though. I'll take that puck. Right to his forehand, takes a shot. Langston with a save. Face-off in the Northwest zone with 3:35 remaining in the first. Knights leading 1-0. Face-off went up high to Morrison. Shot. That deflected off Jankow's helmet. Goes off in the glass. Cross ice. Fortner whiffed on that one. As that back door was wide open. Now gets tied up. Fortner pushing down, and we're going to get a penalty on Fortner. And they're going to send them both to the box. So this will stay 5-on-5. Two minutes roughing both. So Santiago for Northwest will climb over. Busher for the the Knights will climb over. So we got Busher, Larson, Smith, Morrison, and Goins. Face-off comes to Goins. Tries to poke it back down low. Blocked by Keener. Now trickles out neutral zone. This will be Smith. Comes back into the Knights zone. Morrison sends it up the half wall. Now it'll be Clark and Smith banging into each other. Keener comes away with it right up front. Shot wide of the post. Far side Larson. Can't get it out of the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Round the half wall towards Larson. Can't get it past Nelson. In flies Santiago. Goins is down there poking at it. Goins and Nelson tied up. Larson comes away with a puck. Nelson and Goins was still going at it after the play. Now here comes Larson, crosses the red line, chips it out into the Ice Hog zone, back behind Langston. Chases after it, gets the puck back low. Now leaves it for Morrison, backhands it down into the corner towards Smith. Busher with a big check on Keener. And arms in the air, and I think Busher's going to get a penalty on this one. Oh, and they're going to call head contact. So that's a 10-2. Somebody will have to climb over to the box to serve the 2. It'll be Diaz.
We gotta change. Is it that up here? Yeah, we just need to change.
What did it say?
It's just got a 1 bar left or whatever and it's flashing.
Oh.
Go ahead and aim down. The camera's running. Yep.
Face off near corner. That'll be grabbed by Leonard. McClenn sends it out to neutral. Chased by Brookfield. Gets to the puck first. Poked away by Jankow. Now Brookfield will get tied up. Back down low by the Knights. Brookfield will chase after it. Chipped up the half wall. Right to McClenn. Richter backhands it up the wall. Brush will race after it. Sends it back down low. Round the backside of Langston. Grabbed by Brookfield. Tries to center it. Blocked away by the Ice Hogs. Now cleared out to neutral. Norwald overskates it. Comes back. Sends it over near side. Kornick, shot. Russo, save. 53 seconds remaining in the period. 53 seconds remaining on the power play for the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. Face-off will be in the Knight zone. Morrison and Graham will check in. Knights have too many players out there, but the refs don't seem to notice it yet. Now they do, and Fortner will skate off to the bench. Smith will take the face-off, won by Arkansas. Shot, glove save, Russo. Keener and Larson will take this one. Larson wins it back to Graham, tries to clear it. Blocked by Norwald. Now it's Keener right through the 24 seconds. Larson will grab this one, neutral ice, slams it back into the northwest zone, right to the stick of Langston. 10 seconds remaining. Round the half wall, near side to Clark. Lynn to Keener. Around Morrison, tries to center it, deflects off Graham, goes right to Russo. And that's the end of the period, and that's the end of the power play also. After one, it's the Knights 1 and the Ice Hogs 0. Knights striking first. 4:14 remaining in the first period. Tevis McClin from Kellen Wiebe. And that's where we Russo's done listening to the coaches. He'll skate off to the net early. He's like, whatever you're talking about has nothing to do with me, so I'm going to skate off to my home. That's the end of intermission number 1. We'll head to the second with the Knights leading 1-0. Knights will start off the second with Fortner, Smith, and Larson. Goins and McClin. Norwald, Santiago, and Clark for the Ice Hogs. On their forward line, one ahead by Norwald, but goes right to McClin. Back in his own net in front of Russo, slams it off the half wall, held by the Ice Hogs. Now cleared out by Smith. Back into the Knight zone to the stick of Goins. Cross ice near side McClin. Cross ice just out in front of Larson. Larson will skate down, grabs it right to Goins, bounces off his skate. Here comes Santiago the other way. Got Norwald to the middle, gets it over to Norwald. McClin will send him wide. Blocker save, Russo. Round the half wall, Jankow shot. And the net came off, so they blew it dead. Face-off will be in the Knights zone, just underway in the second. Knights leading 1-0. Graham and Morrison check in, along with Sloan, Brookfield, and Wiebe. Face-off won by the Ice Hogs, now stolen by Sloan. Brings it in, takes a shot. Langston with a save. Shane Sloan taking the shot from as he was falling down. Wiebe centers it. Brookfield can't get a clean shot off. Now Santiago will clear it. Back to Santiago, skates into the Knight zone, puts on the brakes, brings it up to Jankow. Takes a shot wide left of the net, goes over far side. Couple Santiagos over here too. Boy, there are a lot of brothers on this Northwest Arkansas team. Ten and 12 are Santiago, I'm assuming brothers, maybe cousins, I don't know. Cleared out to neutral. Up against the half wall, Sloan and Santiago. Comes away to Morrison, cross ice to Graham. Cornick gets that steal for the Ice Hogs. Down behind Russo, grabbed by Larson. Up the half wall, loses the puck. Clark sends it back down low. Odd bounce off the half wall, comes right to Santiago. Doesn't get a clean shot off. Russo will cover it up. Blown dead. Face off in the Knight zone. 10:45 remaining in the second, with the Knights leading one. Goins and Brush will check in. Fortner, Smith, and Larson face off one up high to Kornick. Sent down low by Clark. Santiago. Back behind the net. Gets it to Keener. Sends it cross ice off of Clark's skate, but he'll hold it at the blue line. Bounces off the half wall. Sends it back down low behind Russo. Brush and Keener will battle for it. Loose puck. Trickles up in front of the crease. Now grabbed by Smith. Back check by Santiago. Loose puck, grabbed by Santiago. Smith goes in for the big check, misses, hits most of the glass on that one. Now wrapped around the backside of Langston. Preen will get it far side, up high to Goins, holds it. Clark trying to clear it, battling Fortner. Trickles out to neutral, and Fortner's gonna get another penalty. So Northwest goes to the power play.
This game is brought to you by Par Electric. Par puts people first.
Knights will bring in their PK here. It'll be Richter and Brookfield, Brush and Goins. Face off one far side towards Goins. Richter will try to backhand it. Clark holds it in for the Ice Hogs. Santiago up to Clark. Can't find the puck. I think it was caught in his jersey. Trickles out. Santiago. Cleared out by the Knights. This will be Clark. Cross ice. Slapped down by Brookfield off the half wall. Can't get it cleared. Back down low. Brush and Santiago slam into each other. Shots. Well, where did the puck go? Oh, it went on the top of the net. Blown dead. 9:17 remaining in the second. Face-off will be in the Knight zone. This will be Wiebe and Sloan. McClin and Graham. Minute 23 remaining on the Fortner roughing. As he sits over there in the sin bin. Brought to you by the Westport Flea Market Bar and Grill. Sent up high to Clark for the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs. Poked away by Sloan. Clark will get it in. Sloan just pestering Clark over there. Now it trickles out. Graham, he'll clear it. Down to Langston, down low in the trapezoid. Up the far wall, Clark. Now cleared out to neutral. Graham backhands it back into Northwest once again. Sloan will forecheck. They get it up to Keener. Keener will bring it in, cross the blue line. Poked away by McClin. McClin gains control, back into his own zone. Looking for that cross ice from Larson. Back behind Langston. Larson will win that foot race down into the near corner. Cycles it back around the half wall towards Wiebe. Grabbed by the Ice Hogs. Off the half wall. Comes up high to McClin. Backhands it back down to Larson. Larson sends it low. Wiebe will chase after it. Ice Hogs get there first. Now around Larson. That's the end of the penalty. Knights are back to full strength as in comes Fortner. Graham sends it back to neutral ice. Well, that ref's taking a couple pucks right in the backside. Keener, nice stick handling through the crease, but then has it poked away. Comes to Santiago. Tries to backhand it right between two of his defensemen. Smith loses the puck. Santiago grabs it. Comes back into the Knight zone. Gets tied up by McClin. Kicked off by Graham into the near corner. Now it'll be Larson gaining control up the right-hand side. Chips it around. That should be icing. No icing is called. Said he gained the red line. Smith from back behind the net. Gets it up high. Brush, shot. Langston save. Loose up front. Now comes Delino. Loose up front. Grabbed by Larson. Larson will bring it up the right. Got Smith covering the middle. Peels back, slaps it off the half wall. Stolen by Santiago. Morrison backhands it. Comes right back to Santiago. Into the Knight zone. Morrison kicks it back out to neutral. Santiago back into the Knight zone. Right to Morrison. Morrison kicks it right back out. Larson left side. Loses it on a poke check. Now comes over near side Norwald. The other Norwald tried to pull a move around Morrison. He slipped. Now it's Richter battling Valera. Goes down low, grabbed by Diaz, chips it off the glass over into the far corner, chases after it, pokes it ahead, trying to get it to Brookfield. Brookfield down into the Ice Hog zone, cleared back out, past Norwald, should be an icing. Arms in the air, and icing is the call. 5:32 remaining in the second. We'll face it off in the Ice Hog zone. Richter, Diaz, Brookfield, Goins, and Graham. Face off, cleared out by Norwald. Foot race for the puck. Norwald's racing hard. Gets to it, no icing. Now to be Richter. That's going to be a penalty on the Ice Hogs. Slaps it off the boards. The Ice Hogs will touch it up. I think this will be the younger Norwald. At least I'm assuming younger. He's smaller than the other Norwald, so you think younger brother. Roughing the call. We'll send over there for 2 minutes in the sin bin unless the Knights can get themselves a power play goal. Knights power play. This will be Fortner, Sloan, and Smith. Goins and McClin. 5:12 remaining in the second. Knights leading 1-0. Sloan wins it off the half wall. Fortner up high to McClin. Back to Fortner. Chipped up back to McClin. Around Lynn. Now the Ice Hogs will clear it. Goins from the backside of Russo. Being forechecked by Santiago. Nice cross ice pass to Smith. Langston. Centered up front, deflected by Smith, saved by Langston. Now pinned up against the cage. They'll blow it dead. 4:10 remaining the second. 58 seconds remaining on the Knights power play. Knights will bring in Brookfield, Richter, and Diaz. McClin and Graham will stay out there for this offensive zone face-off. One off into the corner. Diaz cycles it up to Richter. Back to Diaz. Back to Richter. Shot. Langston with a save. Diaz in the trapezoid around the half wall to Graham. That's blocked by Jankow. Now cleared by Jankow. Down into the Knight zone. 35 seconds remaining on the power play. McClin comes around the left side of Russo. Tipped by Brookfield. Race for Brookfield. Brookfield comes away with it. Backside Jankow tried to come back to the center. Has it poked away into the near corner. And now that one's deflected out of play. 3:32 remaining the second. 20 seconds remaining on the Knights power play. This ain't over yet, the way it was the last. last time. Larson wins it to Smith. Cross ice over to McClin. Shot deflected. Langston covers it up with a save. 12 seconds remaining on the Knights power play. Weeby's checked in, so it's Larson, Weeby, Smith, Graham, and McClin. Keener and Larson wins it over towards Weeby. Poked away, Preen can't get a hold of it. Larson regains control. Down low, tries to center it. Preen will clear it. That'll end the power play. Touched up by Russo to McClin. Misses on the pass to Weeby, but was deflected, so no icing. Langston backside of the net, pressured by Smith. Cleared by the Ice Hogs. And we'll get an icing. Face-off will come back to the Knight zone. 2:43 remaining in the second. Brookfield, Richter, Diaz, Morrison, and Brush. Cleared by the Ice Hogs, out to neutral. Morrison slaps it back into the Ice Hog zone. This will be Clark, pressured by Richter and Diaz. Now grabbed by Norwald. Backhander stolen by Diaz. Gets his shot blocked, tries to poke it ahead, right to Richter, shot blocker, save Langston. Richter up high, bounces over the stick of Morrison, backhands it down into the Ice Hog zone. Knights were offside, so no pressure right now. Clark around the boards towards Norwald. This will be Norwald up the left-hand side, chips it around Brush. Sends it down low, Santiago, shot! Save Russo, goes off far side all the way back to neutral ice. Now it's Clark in his own zone. Cross ice, tipped by Diaz. Morrison will grab this one, sends it back out to neutral. Clark once again sends it over near side. Brush chips it back out into neutral. Brookfield will battle for it. Pops out, Leonard gains the red line, dumps it into the Knight zone. Back behind Russo. Chipped up the boards. Brookfield will chase after it. Brush. Leonard will send it down low, but Brush will grab it. Sends it back out to neutral, right to the stick of Clark. Stolen by Diaz on that cross-ice pass. Being pestered by Clark. Centers it. Sloan. Shot. Save Langston. Under the skate of Valera. He'll race after it. Brush back there. Blocked away. Now it's Busher. Up ahead to Weeby. Weeby shot just over the glove of Langston. Slap seconds remaining in the period.
This game brought to you by CK Print and Design, your one-stop print shop.
Larson, Busher, and Weeby. One towards Weeby, but miss on that one. McClin down low to Weeby. Up the half wall, kicked out. Northwest gets it out to neutral. Stolen by McClin. 10 seconds remaining. Puts on the brakes. Pressured by Valera. Comes to Weeby. And they'll do it for the second. After two, it's the Knights 1, the Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs 0.
Score a goal today and call Peak 9 Insurance for your home, auto, and business needs.
This game brought
See what's going on in the NFL for a little ESPN update. Carolina Panthers leading the LA Rams 24-20, 14:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. Packers and Bears coming up at 7 o'clock. Puck drop over on the Cable Dahmer Arena side right now. 6:05 was the scheduled time, so I'm assuming they've dropped puck. Fourth game against the Tulsa Oilers. Mavericks taking the first three so far. Sunday down in Tulsa. Wednesday here at Cable Dahmer. Last night a 3-2 victory over the Oilers, and it's first responders night over at Cable Dahmer as they end that four-game set before they head out on the road to take on the Utah Grizzlies. There's your ECHL update. Mavericks on an 8-game winning streak, leads the ECHL after a couple losses last night by the two teams that had more wins in a row. Larson, Smith, Fortner. Won by Northwest. Now it's Keener, backhander, blocked off Fortner. Comes back out to neutral ice. Big check by Goins on Santiago. Loose puck grabbed by McClin. Chased by Leonard. McClin will win the race around the backside of Russo. Chips it off the half wall, up ahead to Larson. Skates in, takes a shot, blocker save by Langston. Up high, Fortner, right into the glove of Langston. Face-off comes up high to McClin. Back to Fortner. Baby Fortner for Goins. Chases over, gets it himself. Now brings it up high to McClin. Takes a shot, blocker save. Langston goes off into the netting. They'll blow it dead. Face-off in the Ice Hog zone. Knights will get some fresh legs out here. In will come Sloan, Busher, and Wiebe. Brush and Graham. One up high. Graham slaps one off Norwald. He dropped off that one. That had some velocity on it. Now sent over far side. Brush can't get to it. Santiago over to Norwald. Santiago over to Norwald. Nice back check by Busher. Comes over near side towards Wiebe. Out to neutral. Busher takes a body check. Left. Out to neutral. Busher takes a body check. Left right there at the red line. Graham sends it into the Ice Hog zone. Clark crossed ice. Ice Hogs. Should bring it over near side. Nope, they dump it down into the corner. Graham sends it back off the half wall, held by Clark right at the blue line. Now kick back out, nice move by Sloan, gets it ahead to Busher. Busher up the left-hand side, takes a shot, Langston saves. Santiago tries to clear it, Clark will. Comes right to Brush. Pushed ahead to Richter. Loses it on a poke check. Clark's got the puck. Richter chases after it. Ice Hogs come away with it. Poke check. Clark's got the puck. Richter chases after it. Ice Hogs come away with it. Sends it up near side. Graham can't hold it as it bounces off the stick of Norwald. Chip back into the Knight zone. This will be Graham. And we're going to get an icing. Face-off will come back to the Ice Hog zone with 10:54 remaining in the game. Knights leading 1-0. Hey, if you missed the game this morning, 7:30 puck drop, JV2 versus Rockhurst. What a thriller that was. Rockhurst was leading 1-0, and with 50 seconds left, empty net. 6-on-4 skate as they were on a power play also. JV2 slaps one in with 50 seconds remaining in the game to get the tie. That last 3 or 4 minutes of that game was exciting. Oh, big check by Brookfield. Shot goes wide of the net. Comes up high, Goins slaps it back down low. Right to the stick of Diaz up front. Gets tied up by Kornick. Now we're starting to get some bodies flying off of each other. This will be Morrison at neutral ice. Slaps it off the half wall. Too far out in front of Brookfield. Sent back into neutral. Lynn gets body checked by Richter. Now Goins and Goolsby come away. Valera down low, battling Morrison. In comes Richter, in comes Diaz. Round the half wall, goes far side, Brookfield. Line change for the Knights, will gain the red line, dumps it down in. Jankow and Brookfield will chase after it. Out to neutral ice, this will be grabbed by Baby Fortner. Cross ice to Brookfield. Dumped in, he'll go to the bench as the other 4 have already changed out. McClin and Brush have checked in. Here comes Smith. Trickles up high, Brush. Backhands it. Larson. Loses it to a poke check, Jankow. Down into the night zone, this will be McClin. Puts on the brakes, slaps it around the half wall towards Smith. Smith over to Baby Fortner. Into the neutral zone. Slaps it into the Ice Hog zone. This will be Keener racing after, back behind Langston. Up ahead to Preen. Popped up in the air. Into neutral ice. Larson chips it back down into the Ice Hog zone. Off Jankow. Ford checkout comes away with it. Cross ice out into neutral. Brush will chase after. Preen will go after 2. Brush will get there first. Slaps it off the half wall, held by the Ice Hogs. Loose puck, shoots and scores. Keener gets the equalizer. 8:13 remaining in the game. At 1. Weeby shaking her hand as she blocked that. Sloan gets wrapped up around the neck. Loose puck grabbed by Nerwald and Richter will battle this face-off. And they'll kick Richter out, so Diaz will step in and take it. One over to Clark. Down low. McClin can't get it cleared, battling for it. Now Richter backhands it off the wall, right to Clark. Round Diaz. Checked by Richter, loose puck down in the corner. Down into the Ice Hog zone, now cleared back out to neutral. This will be Goins. Whiffs on the pass as he was still skating backwards. Now him and Clark will get tangled up. Diaz will come in. Richter chips it up ahead. Norwald sends it back to McClin. Preen will chase after McClin. McClin gets it to Brookfield. That should be an icing. Icing will be the call. Face off in the Ice Hog zone. 6:37 remaining in the game. We're tied at 1.
This game brought to you by CK Print and Design, your one-stop print shop.
Larson, Fortner, and Smith. Graham and McClin. And they'll kick Larson out, so now it'll be Fortner. Half wall, Smith to McClin, toes the blue line, sends it over near side. Graham takes a shot, goes wide of the net off a deflection of Larson. Preen's pass deflected off Graham, goes far side into the corner. Now Smith battling for it along with Larson. Comes up, McClin, backside of Langston. Now he'll skate over a little time and space. Peels back into the corner, checked by Jankow. Up high to Graham. Slings one up front. And here comes Santiago. Nice job by Graham. Santiago and Smith go flying down the ice. Here comes Fortner the other way. Loses it to a poke check. Graham holds it once again. Down low to Jankow off the half wall. Now Santiago will clear it. Ref kind of blocked that one, so trickles into neutral zone. Now to McClin. Near side Larson. Gains the red line, dumps it into the northwest zone. Langston will touch this up, leaves it for Jankow. Off far side, Busher sends one up front, blocked away by Clark. Clark off the half wall, Brush holds it. Sends it back down low, Jankow, round the half wall, near side. Larson holds this one in, now grabbed by Wiebe, centered up front. Keener will come away with this. Brush will retreat. Morrison will tie up Leonard as he goes to the crease, poked away by Brush. Now to Wiebe. Pushed ahead, grabbed by Clark. Sloan will grab this from the red line. Out Leonard backhands it right into Brush's face. Grabbed by Sloan, gains the red line. Sends it across ice to Brush. Back to Busher. Sends it up high, Brush, slings one up front. Langston with a save. Clark from behind the net, off the half wall, grabbed by Brush at the blue line, sends one up front, blocked away by Norwick. Or Korniak. Norwald's in there. Oh, down goes one of the Knights players. Who is that? Brush, I think. Wiebe was in there battling for it. Oh, it was Busher. They'll blow it dead. We'll face it off in the Ice Hog zone with 4:07 remaining. Richter, Brookfield, Diaz, McClin, and Goins for this offensive zone face-off. Tied up at the dot. Let's see who comes away with it. Be the Knights sending it down low. Round the half wall. McClin will hold it. Keeps it low. Kornick, or Jankow, down in the corner. Brookfield comes away with it. Shot blocked away by Langston. Richter will continue to battle down low. Now it trickles up. Santiago. Over to Norwald. Little behind Norwald. Loose puck. Diaz will slap it around. Ice Hogs regain control. Norwald will skate in. Backhands it. Santiago shot. Russo with a save. 3:24 remaining in the game. Defensive zone face-off. Tied at 1. Fortner, Larson, Smith. Morrison and McClin. Face-off one near side, McClin. Stolen by Lynn. Kicked away by Russo. Morrison up the half wall. Fortner's over there. Larson comes away with it. Now it'll be Larson right. Smith is way too fast. Ooh, that should have been, probably could have been offside. Centered up front. Smith, shot. Stays out of the net. Langston somehow kept that loose change from trickling in.
Score a goal today and call Peak 9 Insurance for your home, auto, and business needs.
Faced off in the Ice Hog zone. Larson Fortner, Smith, McClin, and Graham. Larson checking to see where everybody's placed, see where he's going to try to see if he can win this puck to. Comes up to McClin, slings one, deflected, goes over the top of the net. Far corner. Larson chasing after it, goes around the half wall, near side towards Leonard. Fortner will retreat back. Keener comes away with it, cross ice. Northwest loses the puck. This will be Larson. Up the half wall, past Jankow. Clark will race back for this one. Skate back. I guess he wasn't really racing too fast. Graham holds it at the blue line, sends it down low. Back down to Clark. Round the half wall again. Graham steps up, keeps it down low. Larson will do some dirty work down in the corner. Round the backside of Langston, near side towards McClin. McClin comes away with it, trickles up to Smith. He'll take a shot, that deflects off Keener, goes off far corner. 1:53 remaining in the game. Up high to Graham. Grabbed by Keener, slapped ahead. Tries to cross ice back to Keener, that's deflected. McClin will grab this one in the corner. Over to Larson, forechecked by Norwald. Loose puck, Keener loses that one. Now it's Larson, chips it out into neutral ice. Norwald will gain the blue line, now blocked by McClin. Chipped out by Fortner to neutral ice. Sent over near side. Graham's got some room to skate. Gains the red line. Just past Smith. Lynn will slap this one down, and now it's Santiago. Nice job by Larson as he clears it back out to neutral. Clark backhands it towards Norwald, slapped away by Larson. Now it comes near side Santiago. Into the night zone, down in the corner, back checked by Smith. Loose puck, Lynn, still loose. Clark slaps at it. Busher comes away with it. 2-on-1, Busher left, over to Richter. Shoots! Langston with a big save! 41 seconds left in the game. High scoring opportunity for the Knights. Great pass from Busher over to Richter. Langston was equal to the task. Face off in the Northwest zone, timeout. Oh, you out?
I'll take camera.
I got it.
She's got the buttons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me pretend I'm a camera person.
I got to bolt as soon as this thing's over.
Yep.
Face off in the Ice Hog zone. 41 seconds remaining in the game. We're tied at 1. Knights had a nice 2-on-1 breakout. Busher sent it over to Richter. Richter shot denied by Langston. Smith, face off out into the neutral zone by the Ice Hogs. McClin will come back, grab this one to his backhand, back behind Russo. Stolen by Keener from the slot, takes a shot, shoots and scores! Turnover in the defensive zone and Keener makes them pay. Both goals by Keener tonight for the Ice Hogs. They lead 2-1 with 25.7 seconds. Busher, Richter, Brookfield. Knights can't win the puck. Now there's going to be an icing. And Russo will head to the bench. Faceoff will be in the Ice Hog zone. And the Knights will put 6 out there with 20 seconds remaining in the game. So it'll be Larson, Brookfield, Busher, Smith, Goins, and McClin. Offensive zone face-off, 20 seconds remaining. Comes to McClin, sends one up front. Langston with the save. Larson centers it, cleared by the Ice Hogs, and icing. 11.8 seconds remaining in the game. Larson once again with a face-off. McClin's to his left. Ice Hogs win it in the corner. They'll send it around the half wall. Busher will hold it. 6 seconds remaining. Loose puck up against the wall. 2-1, and that's how this one will end. Ice Hogs with a 2-1 victory, scoring with 25 seconds remaining in the game. Handing the Knights just their 3rd loss of the season. 2 of the 3 have been to the Ice Hogs. Thanks for joining us. We'll finish up with the glove touch here. I got to head over to the other side. So final score, Ice Hogs 2, Knights 1.